It's Monday morning, and in less than an hour, I've got my interview with Glish English. And for the beginning, I'll be bringing my laptop with me. I'll show the interviewer my personal website, spendchannel.com, and I'll have her read the copy and then recite in her own words what her impression is, what her understanding is of the material, the marketing copy. It should take the better part of 10 minutes. I also have a number of blog articles. I have a frequently asked questions portion that she could read as well if we still have time left. And then after that, I've got a half dozen questions to ask. The most important question being, do they even offer visa sponsorship? I'm guessing no, especially when you consider how low the salary is, 14,000 pesos per month, $750 US per month for over 200 hours a month of work. That's about half of the US minimum wage. So yeah, I'm not going to have many high expectations of this. But what I will do is use this as interview practice and get some raw intel, some data, some information out of this. Maybe they might be able to refer me to a corporate legal department or a corporation that might be more interested in a consultant than a language school would be interested in an overqualified teacher. I need to consider that I might be way overqualified, but still they offered me the interview. I'll take this as a good learning opportunity, and then when I'm done there's corporate English. I'm going to visit one more language school, corporate English, because they're near the top of my list, and see what interest they might have in my services. I'll be approaching them after Glish English, and then from there I'll come home and then do what my agents say and launch my business website and modify the marketing copy accordingly, and of course update my LinkedIn profile as well. Got a busy week ahead of me. I just got done with the fastest job interview of my lifetime in my 30-year career. Yeah, basically from what they told me, they appreciated it. I had to tell them I'm here as a tourist until the end of October. They were asking where I lived, and that naturally led to my telling them, here's a tourist till the end of October. They said, okay, so you don't have residency or a work permit? I said, no. And they said, yes, actually, I need to have not just residency, but permanent residency and a work permit, which I didn't know. I thought temporary legal residency would be good enough. No, they want permanent residency with permission to work. But if you're a permanent resident, you already have permission to work as far as I know. But that's a moot point because I'm only a tourist, and no, they don't offer visa sponsorship. Not at this time. They were perfectly professional and polite about it, and I appreciate they're not wasting any more time. And she did apologizing for wasting my time. And that's okay. I don't have any bad feelings about this at all. I got to look good today. I even have the tie bar. Back in my home office, grinding away, updating my list. I've got a table. I have an Excel spreadsheet of all the brick and mortar language schools I've contacted and or visited. Same goes for online English schools, and updating my brick and mortar schools with today's contact notes for Glish English. Did that. And corporate English, I said I was going to go there in person, but I said no, I'm just going to go home. I'm going to send them an email asking what their visa requirements are, save myself a round trip and having to pay for it. Of course, the email to the school bounced, so I have hunter.io that helps me validate email addresses, and it found me the CEO, Joe Cummins. So I emailed him asking about their work visa requirements along with my CV in English and Spanish, as well as my brochures in English and Spanish. And I'm following him on LinkedIn, so we'll see what happens with this company. I was just reflecting on today's situation after the interview and the residency requirements and all that. To put things in perspective, in order to get permanent residency in Mexico, i.e. not temporary, permanent, you would need to have 6 figures in savings for the past 12 months. It might be $200,000 or it could be $150,000. It depends on which consulate you apply at. But look at it this way. If I already have 6 figures in the bank, US dollars, I'm not going to be looking for a job here. I wouldn't be looking for an English teaching job that pays, if you're lucky, $1,000 a month, give or take. No, if I had permanent residency, I'm going to be happily unemployed, living on my savings and doing whatever the hell I want. So that's disappointing that a company really wants me to have that level of money to even work for them. That just makes no sense to me at all. But it is what it is. And so I emailed Corporate English, the CEO. Hopefully he gets back to me about whether or not they need residency, visa sponsorship, all that stuff. Another thing that's bothering me is my old school, ITTO, and their guaranteed job placement. It hasn't padded out at all. They've barely been in touch with me, and the only time that we're in contact is when I do an outreach. I send them a message for whatever reason, and they get back to me. There was one time when they contacted me, and that was they scheduled a job interview for me without my consent at a school that I had already turned down. And that bothered me. That didn't set well with me at all. It's really unprofessional to schedule somebody for a job interview before you even told them about the job. That's just bizarre. I don't know if that's a cultural thing, but that's not how I do business. Yeah, I thought the school was great. The teachers were fantastic. It was a great 4-week experience, plus the additional week of business English instruction I took online. I have only good things to say about the quality of the schooling that I got, the certificate I got, the 140 hours. All great, but their job placement has been disappointing so far, I have to say.